Alright. Looks like we're live once again. We're starting a little bit later today. Normally go live at 5, but there was no queues for the moment, so we're actually going to be getting into this one at the start. Didn't want to shortchange it. Currently just waiting on server to go up. Name and pass was sent, but we're going to double check and see if it is up. But this lobby is going to be made up of some new faces. Shorzo, we've seen before. Very good player. But first time we're going to be seeing is Nate, Butterbomb, Cade, Zaku, and Inception. Current teams are going to be, for Team 1, it's going to be Nate, Inception, and Cade, taking on Zaku, Shorzo, and Butterbomb. So lobby is up. We're going to be joining here. Going to get moving into the spectator position. Currently waiting on one more. Still waiting on one. And this is scuffed. All right. Love that. Off to a great start. Was said to be saying waiting on one. And then we just kind of sit in the lobby, but that's okay. A little bit of confusion, doesn't hurt nobody. Easy remake. Chud Gamer is back and Zaku is in here as well. Love to see that. Crazy to have it playing in the background while you're playing, but I understand the methods. I'll let you know it's about a 5 to 10 second delay, so it's not gonna go crazy. Nope, he lied to me. Another epic day of viewing. You love to see it. Thank you, Plebo Man. But yeah, took about a 2-year break from 2024. Kinda just haven't played the game that much, but recently I've just gotten back into it. So now we're just chilling. We're streaming for the love of the game. Indeed. We do love Rocket League. And we hope to love this series. Currently on orange, we got Zaku, Butters, and Shorzo taking on Sensation, Nyx, and waiting on the final one to join. Boost Cheese Puffs. Crazy name. Off start. Swiss. Gonna put this one up. Zaku with a follow. Pops that down. Swiss trying to get in front of it. Butters goes in for the challenge. Sensational gets it up in over 1. Shorzo gonna play defensive. Gonna try and get 250s. Gets it over 2. No follow though from any of the teammates. Sensational puts it to Nyx, who gets a good touch over to the net. Shorzo pops this one up. Gonna take a solo play, pop it over 1. Butters goes for the follow, but Swiss there for the 50 in the midfield. Zaku off the backside, puts it to the corner. Nyx pops this middle. Currently Zaku with full control on the backside, but they're gonna leave it for Butters. He gets a little bit of an odd touch. Swiss now has full control of it. Shorzo goes for the 50. Currently gonna get ran over on the backfield. Zaku trying to just make some motion with it, has 0 boost. Shorzo puts it to the corner. Swiss goes in for the demo. Swiss gonna stick with it. Currently a double commit there on the wall. Here comes Zaku, gonna put it to the side. Looks like Nick's already on the back wall looking for the read. Torzo. Flip reset potentially out of it, not able to get back underneath of it. Rotates around. Staying close to the ball, Sensation. Not able to get a good touch on it. Zaku tries to fake him out on the goal line, but here comes Swiss just plowing through. Filling the holes. Torzo tries to put this one down, not able to get a good pinch play out of it. Zaku with the read, gonna stick with it. Gonna get another touch out middle. Great flick, pops this one straight up and down. Swiss gonna have to do all he can to jump to it. Zaku with the follow off the wall. Just gonna line a shot down. Nick's there for the save. Torzo puts this one back up to the corner. Gonna try and follow, jump out to it. Sensation gonna get a double, doesn't miss it, get the touch. Swiss pops this one down. But Butters leaves Zaku in an awkward position. Swiss pops this one out. Butters on the back wall. Able to get a read on it. Shorzo with the cut. Not able to get in front of that one though. Sensation putting it through. Nix pops this one up and over. Maybe gonna go in for the demo. He's gonna back with this one out. Swiss tries to get a touch on it. Sensation. Now gonna have to play defense to get the good bump. Basically kills all the forward momentum that Shorzo had. Butters with the misread. Rotating down with the ball. A little bit of a dangerous situation to go awry. Right now Shorzo trying to get a touch, but Nick's gonna put this one back up to the side. Zaku pops this down to Butters. Butters with the line drive downfield. Here comes Shorzo with the bump. Gonna redirect it all at the top, but Nix is there to settle it. But Zaku already there to challenge on the back wall. Station gonna pop this one out. Zaku with the potential double tap. Swiss able to get a touch off the back wall. Right now Swiss kind of moving this one down the sideline. Gonna pop this one out, go for the double touch. Holds the flip. Station pops this one out middle. Butters gonna have full control of this one up the wall. Gonna have to. Currently a demo on the backfield. Bad touch from Butters. Gonna create a bad situation. Luckily, Torzo able to recover and get a touch on it. Butters now gonna have to get up and get the 50 on Nix. Zaku pops this one out middle. Sensation not able to follow. Right now Nix gonna stay on top of it. Pops underneath one. Gonna jump up, get it to the corner, but Butters able to get a great save. Keeps it out of the corner. Zaku gonna follow this one down to the side. Sensation now gonna pop this one over. Butters there for the back read, but it's not gonna matter. Sensation jumping right in front of it, basically being a lineman, puts a big block on it. Butters tries to knock this one out. Swiss actually pumps him into the ball and gets a goal out of it. That's gonna be a 1-0 lead right now with a minute 53. Zaku good 50 off the side. Nick's gonna pop this one out middle to Zen. Sensation tries to dump this one down to Swiss. Swiss is gonna get a shot off, but Butters there to intercept. Zaku pops this one down. Zaku with the control on the sideline, gets it over one, gets it almost over two. So here comes Butters with a 50 off the roof of Swiss. Just takes it right off of him and says, nah, that's my ball. Torso now gonna pop this one back to the back wall. Nix, no boost. Currently no one with boost in the corner. Swiss gonna knock this one up and over on the back wall. Just able to get a touch over. Zaku holds this one, tries to drop it mid, but no one's there. Shorzo has to back out and be defensive. Butters now gonna put this one to the sidewalk, but Sensation is already up there waiting for it. Just waiting in the waves. Sensation now gonna get another double tap here. Actually goes for the aerial bump, almost gets it. So close to contact. Shorzo now gonna take this one a little bit cautious, but here comes Swiss with a double touchdown. And Shorzo able to pop this one out, but it's a bad pop of it. Goes straight up to the back wall. Zaku now gonna try and get this one downfield. Shorzo with the 50, he just puts this one in, no one's there. Torso realizing that the space is there, has two defenders going for corner boost. Nick's actually coming up straight for him and just puts a great shot on net. Currently looking at a 1-1 situation. Could be looking at overtime in game number 1. Kickoff goes by Butters. Nick jumps up, tries to get in front of it. Here comes Butters with the read on the back wall. Actually gets 50'd out of it. Shorzo jumps up for the block. No one there to prevail. Shorzo gonna jump through. Gonna try and get a touch here from Swiss. Currently looking at a roll 1 in the back. Butters and Sensation just nose to nose. Gotta respect it. Zaku now gonna knock this one over the back wall. Shorzo gonna take full control here. Knocks this one up to the sidewall. Actually has the momentum to go with it. We currently get a look at Butters and Sensation on the back line. Right now Swiss gonna try and just put a shot on. It does go to the corner. Zaku gets it over one. Does miss two. Shorzo pops this one out, has full boost. Could be looking for the pass downfield. It is on. Oh, that's dangerous from Nix. Shorzo's still up. They go for the bump, but Swiss is going to pop this one out. He does have a good amount of boost to keep this one floating. Shorzo going to keep this one out. Actually going to pinch it with Zaku. And it's going to land on the green. We're going into overtime. Game number 1 of 5. Shorzo, good delay kickoff. Pulls it back to Butters. Butters actually just gets knocked back from Nix. But it's going to set him up for the shot right here. Here comes Zaku up on the sidewall. Going to read this one. Almost able to knock this one back around. Only Zaku just trying to rotate out, leaving Butters there on the attack position. He's going to go 50 out. Go all the way to the back line. Actually, get a good pop out. Here comes Swiss. But Zaku able to read it. If he can get back to it, that could be a shot on. Hits it soft, unfortunately. Oh, and that's a bad pinch. Actually goes the opposite direction that they were hoping for. Right now, Zaku going to come through with the clear. Goes for the 50, gets a good 50. It's on target. No one's back. Here comes Butters. He's going to try and dunk it down, but it's no need. Zaku secures game number 1's goal off of a 50 from Nix. Nix tries to pop it out, and Zaku able to jump in front of it in time. And that's game number 1. Overtime finisher going to Zaku, the Oro Farmer, followed by Shitsu and Butter, or Scorzo and Butters. Apologies. That's going to be game number 1. I mean, look at the score. 7-15 from Zaku. Bro said, I can put you on my back. Don't even worry about it. Currently going into game number 2. Close game number 1, only a 1-point difference. Game number 2 could be a wider margin, or we could be looking at the same. Torso able to get a good kickoff right there, but looks like a good demo from Butters, able to annihilate Swift, who had the full boost. Gets the demo, alleviates the pressure. Here comes Shorzo. Fits this one out. Nick gonna knock this one out to Sensation. Zaku gonna put this one back to the wall, but sees Nix there. But Nix, no boost. Not able to do anything with it. Here comes Shorzo, gonna stick with it. Zaku right behind. He's actually gonna take over, and he's gonna 50 it in. He said, you may have started the play, but I'm gonna finish it. Shorzo just pops this one up and over, sticks with it, gets one touch. Zaku just sneaks it underneath, but literally 50s it past. 2 defenders. Puts it under Swiss and Nix. And right now, that's gonna be a 1-point lead for Orange. Still a full game left to play. Sensation now a full control. Got to pop it over 1. Gets it over 1. Flip reset. It's going to be too long. It's going to go to the back wall. It's actually going off the post. But Swiss also puts it on target, and it's also off the crossbar. Currently, we're almost right on target, but just not able to connect. But Swiss now has opportunity. But here comes Zaku to clear it out once again. Save on the goal line. Butters puts this one up. Goes for the reset. Doesn't get the reset in time. Zaku now going to put this one to the corner. Swift rotating around with it, no boost. Torzo pops this one over. Sensation has full boost. Actually did have full boost. Gonna pop to the back wall. It's gonna get 50 down from Swiss. Zaku gets it past 1. Butters now gonna pop this one up to the back wall, but Sensation is there. Zaku with the interception, but Sensation already on the sidewall. Puts the shot off. Butters gonna have to get a touch here. Does go off the back wall. Shorzo able to clean it up though. Zaku now moving down the sideline with the ball. Goes for the double. Goes and knocks it out middle, but Butters isn't there to take advantage. An insane pass out for Butters. I don't even think he was ready for it. Twist now with a shot opportunity. Gonna pop this one up. Torzo able to read it. Twist. Puts to the corner. Butters though gonna get the clear. Sensation back to corner. Gonna pop it over 1. Shorzo gonna have to get a touch here. A little bit awkward. Nix pops this one up middle. It's gonna go off crossbar again. But Zaku and Butters gonna pinch this one out for a team play. Shorzo goes for the low 50, able to keep it on the ground, but Sensation now goes for the aerial. Nix has the opportunity for a shot, but not able to get anything behind it. Swift knocks this one down, puts it around corner. It does go middle, no one's there. Nix gonna have to make a split-second decision. Jumps in front of it last second, trying to just get in front of it. Swift now gonna cut this one. Good E-brake turn. Sensation over to the Nix. Nix back to Swift. Twist back to Sensational. Nix, what the touch all! It was almost an insane, like, 5-point passing play. That's going to result in a goal. It was all looking so well. But the spacing had him way too close, and Torzo able to take it home and get a surefire goal for Orange. Going to lead him to a 2-0 lead right now. Zaku putting this one off. It's going to be a doink. It's going off the post. Nix able to get to it in time, though. Pops this one out, looking for a mid-pass. Runs out of boost, unfortunately. Not able to get anything behind that one. Swiss goes for the block. Sensation able to pre-jump and get it to the backboard. What a 1-2 play right there. I mean, great positioning from Zaku, able to read that one. Butters goes for the 50. Oh, goes to Nix, it goes to Swiss! And just like that, they bring it back, and you love to see it. Swiss goes for the 50 on Butters, goes to Nix. Nix sees Swiss going downfield already for the pass. Doesn't try to shoot it, sees the pass. You do love the 1-2 passing placement threes. Now, Shorzo gonna have to get a good kickoff here for Orange. Sensation able to put a stop to this one. Swiss has an opportunity. Doesn't connect though, and it's gonna be a bump right there between the two teammates. Sensation rotating out. Nix waiting in the weeds, just trying to get a snipe on it. Nix off the ceiling, gonna try and jump down. Butters intercepts, puts it under 1, actually gets it over 2. Sensation, last line of defense, able to make a touch. Unfortunately, gets another bump right there on his teammate. Right now, Nix gonna have to play a little bit defensive. Gonna have to be looking up versus down. Butters puts this one in the corner. Gonna still have a touch on it. Shorzo pops this one out. Nix gonna try and read this. Shorzo goes to reset, goes for the touch. Low boost, not able to get to it in time. Sensation now gonna take full control over this one. Shorzo gonna pop this one back out, but it goes to Swiss. And it's gonna get 50 off of Swiss. Shorzo just able to come in front of it. Sensation gets the full boost. Now has the opportunity to make something work out of it. Gonna try and pass it down to Swiss. Swiss not able to connect. A little bit of an awkward 50 there. Gonna put Nix in a little bit of a bind. Nix tries to pop it over 2. Swiss gets 50, it goes middle. Butters is there, but Nix comes through with the save. Puts it under 1, but here comes Shorzo already on the attack. Right now, Swiss with the follow-up. Has low boost. Fakes one. It's gonna be in! No way! I just peeked in my mic, and that's unfortunate, but what a play from Swiss. Has low boost. Butters doesn't know this. Looks for the flick middle, holds on to it, and gets the snipe. Just wheels it in on the back end. And that's gonna be 2-2. Right now, Shorzo gets bumped off the ball. Swiss tries to knock this one down, but Sensation now gets to go back to the defense. Pops this one up. Zaku able to get a good 50 there. Keeps it on the corner. Sensation puts this one out middle. Shorzo gonna have to float with this one. Pinches it down, but does go to Sensational, who now has the opportunity to get a good aerial play. But here comes Swiss. I don't know if he tried to jump in the play to help make something out of it or what, but he saw something there that we didn't. Oh, but it doesn't matter, but Swiss is gonna put it on his back. He says, I might have messed up the first push, but let me get the second. Actually cuts Sensational, goes up the wall, full boost off the ceiling, double touchdown. Able to knock this one in the goal to secure the 3rd goal. And now Sensation is just gonna put it over 1, and that's gonna be the game set match. And we're going into game number 3 tied in a 1-1 series. What a way to bring this one back for Blue. Currently was down 2-0, but over the last half of that game, able to dial it back in and pull one goal back, one after another. And in the last, dying seconds, Swiss just says, hold on, let me put it on the back. Let me get the hat trick. And pulls the goal. Currently getting told 1 sec. I think we might be having a player either running to grab some water. Got to hydrate. This game definitely makes you sweat, that's for sure. You got to lock in, lock out. Takes a lot of mental game as well. Always have to be focused, especially when you start getting in these higher ranks in terms of 6-mans. Also, make sure to check out Caucasian Sensation. He might be alive, who knows? That is Sensational, that is on the blue team right now. Could go check out his POV. Get a view from his side of the match. Could also get some comms. Get a look in to see how these teams play. Currently going into game number 3. It is going to be 1-1. But who's going to take game number 3? This could definitely be the sway momentum that one team needs over the other. Can Orange bring it back and able to get one back up on top? They did take game number 1, or is Blue going to continue the momentum swing and stay on top? Swiss goes for the double touch off the backboard, and Nilo scores off the start. And Sensational gonna get a double touch, and he's gonna knock it in. I mean, they're just stunned on him right now with the pressure, and they're just doing the double taps for fun, I swear. Currently an easy early goal for Blue. Gonna put them up 1-0 with still 4:45 left. Butters knocks this one off the sidewall. Demo in the midfield. Gonna be trying to get a redirect there from Shorzo. Butters now just floating with it, goes off the backboard, but Nix dives for the last second, puts it off the crossbar, not able to get to it, but Sensation is gonna get 50. Here comes Shorzo, but Swiss there for the save. Nix and Butters gonna race up to the ceiling. Gonna have to beat one another to it. But it looks like it's gonna go for Butters. Here comes Shorzo diving in for it, gonna knock it off the back wall. Here comes Zaku, knocks it out middle, but Butters doesn't commit. Currently everyone low boost. Bad 50 right there. Zaku actually puts it off the front bumper of Swiss, who's now gonna have to carry this one across. Here comes Shorzo with the pinch back middle. Almost feeds it back to his teammate, but actually overdoes it, puts way too much sauce on it. Butters with the 50. Zaku now has to jump up, has to make the decision. Right now, Shorzo leaves it open for a second. Oh, but Nyx almost knocks it in, but a dive right there from Zaku. Actually left it open for a second, had no boost. Right now, Zaku gonna knock this one back off the corner over top of Zaku. Zaku punched it over Shorzo. Miscommunication just a little bit too close in terms of positioning, but right now Zaku goes back in for the 50, says I'm not done. Right now Short's gonna have to feed this one to the back wall, gets a touch to the side. Zaku gonna follow it through. Looks like they're kind of deciding who goes first. Zaku gonna pop this one out middle. Butters looked like he was waiting in the ranks, but this was already up in the air. Was already pre-jumping that one. Nyx rolls this one across with no boost, gets 50 down. It's gonna look to go under, but Swiss with a full can of boost. Gonna try and go for the reset, misses the reset though, a little bit too far forward on it, has to recuperate. Nyx puts this one to the backward, goes for the double! Oh, but it's just too wide! It goes off the side post, not able to get to it, but what a knock from him. Gets a touch on Butters. Shorts are gonna put this one to the side, Swiss, control. Sensation puts this one through. Not able to get anything out of it though. Shorzo puts this one through, but right now it's open, but no one able to continue on the push. Zaku now with no boost, just hoping and dreaming that he can get something out of it. Butters gets past one, goes for the foot reset off ceiling, gets a 50. Nyx now has to try and get down in time over Sensation. Sensation has no time to react. Nyx with the mistouch, but it's gonna leave it open for Swiss. Nyx takes advantage of it, actually gonna take it off on top of his teammate. Zaku now gonna work this one to the sidewall. Currently a 1v2 situation. Here comes Nyx, pops it out. Here comes Butters. Full control, goes for the reset. Come on, get the 50. Almost able to feed it underneath one. Shorzo puts this one to the side, up and over. Nyx now has to full control this one. Butters gonna go for the attack. It's actually gonna be cut by Zaku. Goes straight up in air. Shorzo already up, but misreads it. It's a mistouch Sensation 1v1 situation, and he is diabolical with it. Did it once earlier with the fake, held on to it, and this time does it again. He knows he had boost, but he said, I got it covered. Right now, Shorzo now gonna have to try and work this one up the sidewall. Does get the full boost. Right now, 2-0 lead with 2 minutes left. Blue currently with all the control. Zaku puts this one to the sidewall. No one able to take advantage of it. It's gonna be a shot on, but Swiss puts it over. Nyx now gonna have to get the recuperate. Gets a touch for his teammate, but right now, Blue having to rotate back with no boost. Swiss able to get full boost mid. Now gonna knock this one down the sidewall. Shorzo right now actually in a dangerous situation. A 1v2. Zaku able to cut in, hit the corner. Gonna get another touch out. Unfortunately goes off ceiling, not able to put this one out for his team at all. Butters actually with a critical 50. Right now 1v1 situation. Nyx able to get the block on. But right now you got Swiss put this one up to the back wall. He's gonna carry this one out, gets the reset, gonna try and use it. Not able to get to it in time. Butters sees it going. Nyx tries to feed it off the sidewall. Butters right now with no boost, gonna pop this one back up. Gonna get a buff from Swiss, who's actually almost gonna cut this one in half. Nyx gonna follow through, get the touch on this one. Swiss with full boost, gonna pop this one out. Gonna stick with it, but Butters already up in the air. Zaku misread, leaves it for Shorzo. Shorzo now gonna put this one up the back wall. Get this crazy flip reset, it's open for a second. But Butters keeps it back. Doesn't want to attack just yet, but Butters puts it up and over one. Doesn't get it past two. Shorzo now has opportunity to get past another. Gonna get 50 back down to the side. Butters gonna jump up, trying to get control of this one in the air. Might have knocked this one a little bit too far out. Might get back to it. Nyx able to just get a touch to it to the corner. Right now the boost starving from Butters is actually insane. Gonna leave it open for Zaku, who's currently waiting on boost, and it's a misread. And Nyx almost puts that into Zaku, who actually almost owned goals. Currently Butters gonna wait for this one on the back wall. Gets the pop out. Zaku gonna get this one down the sideline. Butters gonna actually just bottom chase it. Here goes Shorzo with the follow-up, and they're gonna get one. Butters just on top of Swiss, wasn't getting him away. Zaku with the touch back middle, and Zaku able to put this one away. Or Shorzo. Zaku with the setup. Sensation gonna put this one to the side. Currently Zaku with full boost, gonna get 50. Here comes Shorzo, who's gonna pop this one up. It's gonna go to the back wall, almost with the bump. Butters now gonna have to read this one. Swiss puts it back. Sensation jumps up, low boost. Nyx gonna put this one to the corner. If it gets to pinch out middle, someone's gotta be there. Zaku gets a touch, it goes to the corner. Here comes Swiss. Butters tries to put this one in the back of the back wall. So has boost, pops it back up. Here comes Shorzo. Will he get the shot? Oh, it's on corner. but he's not able to get there. Here comes Butters. He's going to try and get a touch, but not enough. And it's going to come down to literally the goal line. They were trying their hardest to knock one more in, but not able to get it to connect. They were feeding it back and forth that last 30 seconds. That whole last minute, Orange just decided to turn on the Jets and put the pressure on Blue, but Blue able to come through. And now it's going into game number 4. This is do or die time, though, for Orange. They have to be able to pull one back here to take it to game 5, and that's the situation that we're hoping for here in the booth. But Blue could also put it into it right here and now. I genuinely think whoever gets first goal is going to have the momentum. The real thing is when it's going to happen. It could be at the start, it could be at the very end. Currently, this kickoff's going to set the tone. Shorzo able to get a good touch on it. Sensation now got to read this one to the back wall. Gets a good pop out to Nix, who can probably get this one middle. Not able to get a touch that he wants, but currently is still in possession for Sensation. Butters going to try and work this one to the wall. But what an insane pinch from Nix, who's actually going to center that almost off of a pinch down middle perfectly. Shorzo tries to get the follow-up to the 50. Gets the flip reset. Butters goes for the 50. Switch Cheese gets it down for Nix. Nix going to pop this one downfield. Here comes Sensation trying to read it. Shorzo puts this one to the side. Currently Orange with a little bit of pressure relief. Currently has a little bit of time. Right now Butters actually thinks differently on it. Didn't like where he was centered. He's going to try and settle it, but not wanting to get it basically popped back up for the other team. Now Swiss tries to pop this one out. He actually goes past Butters. Shorzo now going to play back for this one. Looking for the aerial bump with Sensation, but just not enough to get behind it. Currently Butters in prime position to get to this one. Dodges the demo, gets a pop down, actually hits it with the wet napkin, as I like to say. Currently Shorzo hitting it with the purse. Nick's gonna put that one out. Here comes Saku. Actually gonna be on target, it's a follow through. Twist not able to read that. I think he thinks that he had time. Knocks it off the back wall. And I think he didn't see him jumping, and just Zaku just puts it up and over him. That's going to be your first goal going for Orange. But Zaku actually just redirects that one straight back to their side of the net. Zaku also with an insane demo on the sidewall, able to get some pressure off for Zaku. Or Zaku able to get the pressure off for Short, so Butter's going to 50 this one over. Sensation back to the middle for Swiss, who's going to put it in the corner. Nix with the shot on. Shorzo able to get the touch. Zaku does get bumped. It goes back down to the midfield. But Butters is going to get bumped up by Nix. Nix actually with a double bump. Basically stops the pressure from both of the Orange. Able to get the offensive pressure off. And Sensation able to 50 this off. Shorzo able to reach for it. Gets a touch. Currently Blue is starved. Nix actually going to pop this one out. Gets a good 50. Now it's going to be all Zaku who's going to try and get some control over here in the corner. Sensation pops this one back around. Zaku going to clear it. And what a critical clear. So Shorzo alleviates the pressure in the middle, basically takes out the third man for Blue. Currently Blue trying to work it right back down the field, but keeps getting stopped in the midfield. Butters now with no boost, trying to just get a 50 back. Sensation only with 11. Shorzo going to have the boost advantage here. Sensation and Nix both going to double commit right there on the sideline. Shorzo with the boost steal. Butters now going to have to work this one to the back wall. Going to have to take some time here, get a good 50 over Nick. But here comes Twist, able to get a touch. It goes past Shorzo. Sensation is going to have to react quickly to that one. Not able to get up in time to get a touch on it. Twist with the boost steal. Leaves Shorzo with 0. Right now, Nick in a prime position to work this one middle. Gets past 1, almost past 2. Currently Sensation now going to pop this one back out. Butters now going to pop it over 2. Nick now going to have to make the touch for Blue. Going to have to try and keep it down. Twist pops this one out middle. Unfortunately, no one on Blue has his follow. No boost either. Nick's going to pop this one back out middle. Shorzo, easy recuperate from the middle. It's going to be a double commit right there. Leaves it open for Shorzo, who's going to go up for the double touch, and it's almost on target. Able to get a stop on it, though. Right now, Sensation pops this one back out. Butters going for the full boost. Currently has the boost advantage. Actually has the full play in his hand. Currently, Butters going to pop this one back. Shorzo with the follow. Just there with the positioning. Waits it out. Shorzo patiently there. Butters pops this one back. Shorzo just kind of right there where he needs to be. Pops it past Nix. And now it looks like we're going to be going to game number 5, barring any scoring from Blue. Right now, Butters, full control of the play. Goes for the flip reset, fakes it, tries to pop this one back out. Currently, Swiss, full take a boost. Gonna go for the 50 off Zaku, and it's gonna go in. Give it to Swiss. He worked for that one, puts his car in the position that it needs to be, and 50s it in. That's going to give him 1 point to go. Minute 23 left in the series. Zaku, flip reset. Going to follow this one to the side. Almost gets the 50, but here goes Shorzo with the follow, and Sensation puts a stop to it. Almost able to get the touch back on it, just runs out of boost in time. Shorzo going to pop this one to the sidewall. Puts both Nyx and him in an awkward position, but it's going to be a miss from Zaku. He's going to leave it open for Swiss, who actually gets a good 50, gets a flip reset off the redirect. Put it right back into the bottom of his car. Zaku, unfortunately with the misread. Shorzo pops this one back out. Bad 50, Zaku tries to take control. Here comes Nyx with the shot. And Zaku has to react in time, able to get a touch on it. And right now Zaku working down the field with full boost. Gets past one, pops the middle to two. Shorzo is there, but he's awkward. Nyx gonna roll this one down the sideline. Currently Rocco has no boost. Has to be a demo there on the backside. Takes out the additional blue player. Here comes Nyx. Gonna be there for the read. Twist goes for the demo, and he gets it! And that's gonna be the game tire on the goal line. Gets a demolition. The Swiss alleviates the pressure, and Nyx with an easy slot in. It's 2-2. We've seen the tables turn so quickly, but here comes Shorzo with a kickoff. Swiss has to read it, but it's off-centered. Does he get back down in time? He does! Oh my goodness, he's able to get a touch on it with no boost. Wave dash off the backboard. Nyx is gonna put this one back out. Shorzo full control, gonna try and get a 50 off of this one. It's gonna pop right back up middle. But right now we're looking at game 4 overtime. It is all down to this. It is win or lose right now for Orange. And right now it's all looking like a win if Zaku can pop this one back down, but Swiss with an insane 50 actually gets a past Shorzo. And Nyx right now on the full frontal attack. Currently Shorzo gonna pop this one back out. Might be looking for a follow from Zaku. It's actually gonna be a miss from Sensational. Twist gonna carry this one back over. Butters currently sitting in the weights. Nyx pops this one up and over, but it's not gonna be to any avail. Right now Sensational gets it over, almost over one. Zaku was a little bit awkward on the sideline. Right now Swiss with full control. This one gonna get a 50. It goes under. Swiss almost with the 50 in. Shorzo has to pre-flip back for that one on low boost. Right now Nyx actually gets a shot on. Butters able to make a connection. Sensational pops this one to the sidewall. Gonna pop this one back out. It is open for anyone middle, but Nyx was playing a little bit further behind. Was going to be a little bit more cautious, and that could have been bad. Sensational able to get back to it. Actually gonna get another touch here. Shorzo gonna get a 50 back to the side. Nyx pops this one up and over. It's open for Sensational for just a moment. Right now Sensational gonna take a solo play. Up for Swiss. It's gonna be a shot on, but it's off Butters. Butters can't react in time. And that's gonna be the goal that's gonna decide the game 5 situation. No way. Butters not able to get up in time. It goes off the front of his car, and that's gonna be the game overtime win for Blue. And that's gonna be a 3-1 series, and that's how it ends. You hate to see it that way. You were hoping for a game 5 situation, but that's gonna do it for this lobby. Lobby 9056 is gonna come to a conclusion. Unfortunately, with an own goal off the front end of Butters and an overtime goal. It was an unfortunate mistake, but sometimes those happen in Rocket League. It was a high pressure situation, and you hate to see it happen. But that is going to be the first series of the day streamed. Don't know why I have 10 viewers. We are going to be looking at getting another series going here in just a moment. We're going to double check and see if anything is live at the moment. If so, we're going to join in, see if we can catch up on the series, or we can start a fresh new one here in just a moment. So hopefully you all stay tuned. If not, I hope you enjoyed the stream so far. Alright, try to get some word right now. Waiting to see if we can join in on this other lobby. If not, there is another queue that's going to be starting here in just a moment. Currently we've got Butterbomb, Nate, Baldingler, Sogure, is one that we saw yesterday, Inception and Shorzo. So right now we were looking at either the same lobby or similar people once again, or we're going to be getting into a different lobby that's going to have Ritual, Curl, Hayden, Ice Cream, Roar, and Javash. We will see. All right, we are looking at captain selection for this next lobby. So it looks like we're going to be streaming Shorzo, Inception, Nate, Butter, but we're going to have 2 new players involved in this series. We got Neil and Ball Dangler. Both of those guys we have seen before. They are pretty stout. I will definitely say this though. Ball Dangler, I don't know how he does it, but that man knows how to work a Merc. He can move so effortlessly in a Merc compared to anyone else that I have seen. But granted, that is one of the only people that I see use in the Merc. But he can just do insane stuff with it. That is glazing. I do know that. That is definitely glazing. But 10 viewers, I'll teach you somewhere. You're good, Flebo. But that was a crazy. That's actually a peak. You do love to see it. But right now we are gonna be going live into the next series. We are just waiting on teams to get selected. I will say beforehand, looking at the people that are there, you're probably gonna be looking at Shorzo, Baldingler, and probably Butterbomb. Just because of their records, at least in 6-mans. And the other team I have a feeling is going to be Nate, Inception, and Neil as far as the following team. But they are all currently in the lobby. Right now the game is deciding to see who's going to get captain for team selections. But those are the predictions going into this next series. But let's recap what we just saw. We currently saw 4 games basically decided by 1 point on either end, and it was a complete back and forth on either side. It was a dogfight all the way to the very end. The 2 games for overtime that were decided were Game 2 and Game 4. Game 2 was able to go in Blue's favor, which was able to get 1 overtime. Or no, Blue was actually able to score within the time, because that's when I want to say he had a hat trick. He did have a hat trick. Able to just basically put the team on his back and scored every single goal for that one. And then game 3 and 4 were overtime losses for Blue, unfortunately, both of them by 1 point differences. So that means that series ended up going down as a 3-1. We were hoping for a game 5 situation but I mean, both of those teams were basically working it back and forth to the point where it's like, unless one made a mistake, that's what decided it. And it was either low boost on back wall, or just at the very end where Butters was, he tried to jump up in time, and just the way that the car was angled, and unfortunately just wasn't able to go out the front of the car as he was hoping. And it just goes off and goes into the back of the net. Unfortunately, the own goal does hit again. This would be the 3rd time out of the series that I've streamed so far that we have seen an overtime series decided by an own goal. I have to say the worst that I've seen so far, I want to say was back in C22, if I remember correctly, where both of them went up for the block, and they team pinched it straight back down, and it goes into the back of their net. That was probably the worst own goal that I had seen in a very long time, but it was spectacular. You hate to lose it like that, but was very cool. Currently, it looks like we are looking at 2 captains right now, so it's going to be Nate and Inception. So the teams that I had set forth on who was going to be together is wrong. So with Nate, I would probably expect, since he played last series, he's probably going to pick Shorzo. And then I'm going to assume Inception would probably take up Baldingler, if I'm honest. And then after that, it's going to be whoever is following up after that. It would either be between Neil or Bomb. probably because of last series with those that have played with one another, they would know each other's playstyle a little bit more, so they'd probably end up picking Bomb over Neil. But we're going to find out here in just a second. I was close. There we go. So official teams are going to be Nate, Baldingler, and Butterbomb, whereas Team 2 is going to be Inception, Neil, and Shorzo. This should be a pretty even matchup, actually. I know Baldingler is definitely a menace in the Merc. Bro can 50 anybody. Basically, you're hitting a wall. So you're just going to kind of have to hope and pray that you're going to be able to work it around him in time. But he's also quick to jump up. But Shorzo definitely with the mechanical plays, definitely saw a lot of flip resets, was able to open up some opportunities for his teammates. So we're going to see here in just a moment on what these teams are going to be able to work out. We're going to be getting lobby info here in just a second. Let me go ahead and get over to that screen real quick. Doing private match. I do know that this should at least be D9076. Definitely type 2 nines. But we aren't going to voice out the password though. We got to be super secret on that one. Let me see if I can actually do that real quick. Because I know one of them that are in there. There we go. Don't even need to name a pass. We're good. Our boy Baldingler able to come through. Watch. Looks like we're still waiting on one. So, going into this series for Lobby 9076, just making this for documentation purposes, so that way when I go back I can actually make sure to label every one of these correctly, so that way anyone that is in these series, or anyone that wants to go watch and show or take any clips, you at least know where to go. So, as we're getting set for going into this lobby, we're going to go over it one more time. Team 1 on blue side is going to be Nate, Baldingler, and Bomb. They are going to be making up the blue side. For orange team, that's going to be Inception, Neil, and Shorzo. Last series, we saw Shorzo on orange able to go down in a 3-1 loss, unfortunately. Neil and Inception, or Neil and Ball, are going to be brand new to this layout. The rest have played with or against each other. So now that they've had a game to play against one another, it is going to be interesting to see how they kind of go against and 50 one another, how they attack, or how they're going to defend. Because each one of these guys definitely played a little bit unique the last series. So now let's see if they're able to adjust and able to either take over, or if they're going to fall victim to the same people over again. But here we go. Game number 1. Start of a 6-5 game series. Right now, Shorzo going to take it off on the kickoff. Here comes Baldingler with the Merc. Told you. Actually, with the white Merc this time. Here comes Butters. Going to put it in the back wall. Twist puts this one back up. Ball actually going to knock this one out. Butters with an insane demo middle, already bringing out the physical aggression. Shorzo pops this one back up. Swiss already on the sidewall looking for the read. Nick's going to put this one all the way downfield. Baldingler, I mean, is on the backside of Neil. Basically sniffing the jet. Sniffing the rocket out of the backside of the car. But here comes Baldingler, able to get back up. But once again, I'm telling you, he is just flying right now. Shorzo going to pop this one out middle. Neil looking for the 50 in the middle. But here comes Nix, able to intercept that. Says, nah, we're not letting that pass fly today. Nix there to kind of put the pressure on Neil. Baldingler puts this one underneath. And Neil not able to jump down in time, and that's going to be goal number 1 for the Ball Dingler. Able to make the goal with the Merc. Nix gonna pop this one up for Butters. Butters gonna follow through. Here comes Ball for the follow-up. Actually gets a demo there. Throws a good 50 out. Nix gonna pop this one back up. Here comes Neil. Pops this one back down. Ball Dingler not able to react in time. Butters gonna follow through on this. Get the pass to Neil for the full commit. Pops back in. Shorzo gonna try and get a 50 on this one on the sidewall. Ball Dingler gonna stay in front of this one. Able to get a 50 past 2 of them. Calm alignment, he's running blocks right now, but Butters gonna put this one too high. But what a block from Neil. He sees the position, he sees the shot from Nix. Able to jump up in front of it just in time. Twist, now gonna go for the read, almost pockets it in the corner. And is gonna bump out Nix in the process. They are currently bullying each other on the goal line. Ball Dingler pops this one up. Neil able to react in time. Nix gonna push this one down to the side. Swiss already on the sidewall to recover. Gonna have full control of this one. Puts it down to the back wall, but Ball Dingler sees it through. Pops this one back out. Neil tries to be in position. Shorzo tries to redirect it back down. Gonna go back to Neil, who's gonna get a shot off. Butters is gonna make the reach for it though. Shorzo already on the back sidewall. Already back on the sidewall. Here comes Ball Dingler, able to put this one back to the back wall. Gonna try and do it again. Neil, low boost. Not able to get a touch on it. Actually does get a little bit of a 50 on it. Butters puts this one to the sidewall. Gonna try and knock this one up and over. Try to get a pass middle. Gets intercepted from Shorzo. Twit leads this one. Neil almost flies right past it. Just getting a touch on it on the front. Shorzo puts this one back down. Twit pops this up. Ball Dingler gonna put this one down. Here comes Neil though. He's gonna come through with the follow through. Ball Dingler pops this one down middle. Shorzo gonna have to beat up Butters. Butters able to beat him just in time. Twist. Pops this one out middle, goes for the solo play, gets the reset, pops this one out to Neil. Neil there for the shot, but Neil is just a little bit too shallow, not able to get a touch. Can't pocket to the corner, goes off the sidewall. But that's not gonna stop him. Neil puts this one back to the sidewall. Butters gonna pop this one back out middle, tries to put it to the pass for Ball Dingler. Right now, Twist follows this one through, actually gets the boost steal from Nix, not able to get the full boost. Shorzo puts this pass 1, pass 2. Neil a little bit too far back though, not able to take advantage of the center pass. Twist, gonna knock this one over. Goes to the redirect. Shorzo makes the touch, goes to Neil. Neil tries to put it underneath one, but Nix able to stay patient on the near post. Gets the touch out. Here comes Ball Dingler with the working it across the sidewall. Tries to free flip out, almost able to get to it in time. Twist, now with full control, gets the free flip set. Tries to get the weight dash, fakes it. Butters still able to react in time. Shorts are gonna pocket this one on the backside, and Pisa just takes a shot. Puts an absolute snipe to the back corner. No one able to be on that back post, and he says you can't leave that open. And just able to dot that one to the backside, and that's gonna secure the next goal for Shorzo. Butters now gonna get a 50 up to the middle. Push off to the sidewall. Shorzo tries to take control of it. Nick's able to intercept. Ball Dingler with a demo. But now it's going to pop out the switch. He's going to get in front of it. Butters able to react in time. Just gets the 50. Neil gets the shot off to the center. But Ball Dingler able to read it off the side post. Shorzo jumps up, tries to follow, but right now Twist currently the only one back for this team. Now Neil is there. Neil jumps, but Ball Dingler's going to put this one right past the goal post. Twist puts it over to the corner. Butters going to try and go for the follow through. Shorzo tries to get it past middle, but Neil a little bit too overzealous. Tries to pre-jump a little bit too early. And it's not going to work out for the better. Swiss puts this one out. Over 1, over 2. Here comes Shorzo with the 50. He's going to carry this one up and over, but Butters remains patient. Oh, it's going to be a slot, though. Butters gets the 50, but leaves space between him and the ball, and it's going to get punished. Able to get another shot on goal. Shorzo now with the 50 middle. Nick's going to try and get another shot. Neil just unfortunately pushed past the ball. You can't jump in motion and expect to get to it like that. Nix gets the shot off, catches Neil off goal, and unfortunately a double jump there from Neil, not able to hold the flip. Just not able to stick with it, and that's going to leave it for 2-2 right now. That's a crazy thing to see. Neil going to put this one over. Ball Dingler going to 50 this one up, be able to read it, going to go for the 50 on Swiss. Swiss pops it up and over 1. Nix with low boost. Here comes Butters. He's going to have to get a touch on this one. It gets 50 under. They are going to take advantage of it, though. Baldinger able to put this one back over. Gonna keep it up. Gonna try and work this one to the sidewall with Shorzo. He's gonna finish this one down middle. Here goes Swiss! And Swiss is gonna pocket this one in the last second, able to find it underneath the crossbar. Shorzo with the 50 over top of Ball. Ball just able to not get enough on top of it, and Nix not able to get on top or jump up high enough to get a 50 on it. And that might be game number 1 going to Orange, and it is. Unless a good insane 50 goes off here. It is still up. There is still a chance. Nick's gonna pop this one back out. Looks like he's leaving it open for Butters. Neil's gonna intercept this one back to middle. And Swiss almost able to get one for the road. Just puts it back underneath. It's gonna go off the crossbar, and unfortunately not gonna get one for the road. But that is game number 1 gonna go to Neil, Shorzo, and Swiss. I think that might actually be the same lineup that we saw in last game. I think it might be swapped out for Nix. But now Butters, Nix, and Baldinger are gonna have to play catch up here. Plebo is 100% correct in that. That was an insane 50 to get off the back wall though, to get that one middle, and Swiss there for the reaction time. So now we're going into game number 2. Currently Momentum Swift is gonna be for Orange. Do have the advantage. Baldinger comes straight through with the demo. Ends up getting past 1, tries to 50 it through. Swiss now gonna have full control on the backboard, gonna pop this one out, look for the reset. Nix is actually already up, gets the 50, keeping it down. Baldinger pops this one back up. Nix gonna try and get a 50 back out. Baldinger actually gets a shot on. Neil able to protect, get a touch on it, keeps it out of near post. Swiss puts one on target, and Neil goes for the touch, not even needed. And Swiss is just gonna put this one in the corner. Butters tries to feed that one up the sidewall a little bit too high, just gonna bounce right back out, and that's gonna be a snipe in from Swiss. Neil was there for the redirect if needed, and Swiss currently up and over 1, gets the reset, gonna use it immediately. Baldinger gets it up and over 1, looks for the 50 on the sidewall, gonna fake the touch, pops this one back up and over, gets the reset, pops it back up one more time. Swiss just remains patient there on the back wall. He's actually gonna take that one all the way up to the side. I mean, that ball was stuck to him like glue. Butters tries to knock this one out. Baldinger gonna try and get this one middle. Unfortunately not able to get the read in front of it. Tries to pocket it down for Nix. Butters now gonna have to try and 50 this one back over. Shorzo gonna get this one off the corner. Baldinger pops it out middle. Neil able to get the read, gonna try and jump up, back up for it. Almost gets it up and over. Nix just able to get a touch for the 50. Butters pops this one out middle, leaves it open for Baldinger, who's gonna try and pocket this one to Nick. He saw where Nick was sitting, tries to slot the pass to him. And Shorzo having a run from him. Nix was there for the demo. Ball up in the air, goes for the backboard read. Gonna try and get a 50 on it. Shorzo has to clear to the sidewall where Butters lays in the weights. Swiss gonna work this one along the sidewall, gets it over 1. Nick able to get a touch. Apparently Baldinger got to work this one along the sidewall himself. Not able to get it over 2. Neil gets a touch on it. It's gonna be a shot off for Shorzo. He's gonna get the double. He gets it off the bounce, off the ground, able to read the bounce back up. Neil with the 50, Shorzo jumps off, pre-flips, floats down, able to figure out where it needs to go and puts it in the corner. This man is currently on a whole different level, just trying to work the ball, try and slot it. Here he goes again, it's on the kickoff. And the strategy plays out for what you need. Shorzo able to pocket this one back in to get his team up 3-0. Currently going for the hat trick. Right now, Swiss with 1, Shorzo with 2. Could be looking for the hat trick from Shorzo. Swiss now waiting for the touch from Shorzo. Shorzo is going to pick the touchdown. Swiss pops it all the way up to the ceiling. Baldinger able to 50 it down though. Reads it going all the way up to the top. Baldinger pops it up over 1. Shorzo with the read over the Neil. Neil going to pop this one out to Swiss, who I think is there. Oh, Swiss is actually on the other side looking for the pass down. Baldinger able to get a slot on, but Swiss with the reach. Able to get to it just in time. Nix now at the pop this one middle. Neil's there. Oh, but Neil's not able to cut it in time. Neil tries to get the touch. Baldinger going to try and 50 this one down. Swiss just once again remains patient. Looks for the 50. Pops it up and over 1. Going to take this one all the way down to the field. Shorzo knocks this one middle. Nix able to get there, and Neil's going to slot this one. He's going to make him punish for it. And that's going to be goal number 4 for Orange. Goal number 2 for Neil. Currently, Orange is putting a pulverizing blow on blue right now. Baldinger with the demo middle, able to work this one back over to the sidewall. Pops it up and over 2. Swiss there for the read. Nix Unfortunately, just a little bit too far positioned up in the midfield. Ball, gonna have to pop this one down. Shorzo trying to work this one out. Neil just playing a blocker right now, just jumps up in front. Nick's there for the follow. Gonna try and work this one middle himself. Saw the demo coming. Butters now with full opportunity. Tries to pop this one out middle. Tries to get the bump as well, but Shorzo is gonna work this one over to the sideline for Swiss. Swiss with one reset. Goes for two. Not able to get a touch right. Here comes Neil. Gonna pop this one over to the middle. Nick gets the clear out. Gonna bounce off the sidewall though. Butters gonna have to get the read. And Butters is awkward. And Swiss is gonna put a punishment on it. Actually goes for two. So Neil with one. Swiss and Shorzo both with two. Currently a 5-0 lead for blue. Baldingler now gonna be waiting on the left side. Nick's gonna go for the 50. Trying to just work something out of it. They just want to try and at least get one goal. Swiss goes for another one right here. He's going for his own hat trick. Butters passes one out middle to Baldingler. Swiss gets in front of it, not able to get a touch on it. Shorzo gonna work this one to the sidewall, has full boost. Gonna work this one down to the middle. Might be looking for a pass for Swiss. Actually gets the reset, but Baldingler gonna 50 this one up and over, and it's open for a second. It's gonna be close for Swiss to have to get back to it. And that's gonna be goal number one for blue. Ball gets a 50, both a double commit from Shorzo, and Neil is gonna lead to the 50 opening for Baldingler. Gets it up and over Swiss, and that's gonna be goal number one for blue. That's a lot for the comeback though. They got 4 goals that they have to make up in a matter of a minute. It is possible. They are leaving it open. No way! I thought Shorzo wasn't gonna get to that one. It's gonna be another goal. Nix gonna settle this one down. Goes for the 50. Baldingler now has the opportunity to take advantage of this one. Pops up to the wall. Gets another touch out to the middle. No one there to take advantage of it. It's gonna be a shot on. But Nix is able to jump to it in time. Able to just get a touch on it. You heard it go off the side post. Right now, Nick's gonna try and work this one downfield, but it's gonna be double challenge. Neil from one side, Swiss from the other. Right now, Shorzo gonna take full control. Gonna pop this one actually all the way up. Shorzo with the read, gonna try to knock this one back middle. Swiss with the double commit off the black wall, and he doubles it down. He's insane with it, and that's gonna lead to his hat trick. Shorzo with the touch up. Swiss puts it to the back wall, and I mean finds the angle, puts it down right above Baldingler, and that comeback is looking like it has been stunned. It is no longer on. Neil gonna put this one over to the side. You're aka Baldingler gonna pop this one out middle to Butters. Butters gonna knock this one down. It's on target. What a shot from Butters. Last 15 seconds, he says, let me actually try. Butters jumps all the way up to the top, able to get a touch on it, and just smacks it down for goal number 2 for blue. The deficit not as bad to look at, but it's still tough to pill to swallow. That is going to be going into game number 3, a must-win situation for blue. Nick's going to try and put a shot on. Shorzo is there, though. Going to make the easy block on the goal line. And now, game number 3 is do or die. It's going to have to be a reverse sweep from Ball, Butters, and Nix. Is it possible? It's going to be close. Game number 1 definitely showed the potential for a very close series. This game, Swiss, Shorzo, and Neil just currently with the 1-2-3 in terms of goal score. We're just able to work it past, but you can see the stats. They're speaking for themselves. Ball, Butters, and Nix are putting shots on goal, but I mean, look at the save count from Swiss, Shorzo, and Neil. I mean, you're looking at 6 saves to a 8-shot accuracy. So the score reflects it 100%. It's just now, are they going to be able to actually maximize the openings that they have? Blue definitely had a few center passes, but it was just either they got caught with no boost, long positioning, or just not able to get there in time. They're going to have to lock in and really get that one figured out for this series if they want a chance to win. And right now, Neil is going to work this one to the back wall, but Nick's going to take it over. Going to try and pop it over too. Swiss once again just remains patient, sees the touch out. Going to get the reset here. Actually get the double reset, used it immediately. Nick's going to pop this one out. Butters going to pitch this one middle. It is open for a second. Here it's Ball. And Ball is going to slot this one in for goal number 1. They're going to start off game number 3 with the lead. This is the first game in the series for them to actually start off with the lead. Could this be a swing in things? Could be a swing in the motions, the momentum. Could be the mental game as well. Ball definitely has the mental game for it. Swiss now gonna work this one, tries to work the sidewall. Butters gonna put this one up to the side. Nick's able to get a good demo, or Butters gets a good demo. Here comes Ball, who's gonna cut out at the last second. Swiss with the touch. Shorzo gonna put this one to the side. Butters does come out of the pocket though. It is open. Currently low boost for Blue. Once again, they're gonna find themselves on the boost start end of the spectrum. Baldingler able to get a touch on it. Neil gonna put this one back over. Nick's gonna jump up and get a 50 for it. He is gonna get the full boost. Gets bumped out of the way though. Shorzo pops it out middle for Neil. Neil not able to get a touch on it. It is open for a second. It's on target still. It's gonna go off the corner. And Nix is gonna follow that one up. Neil just not able to react in time or get up in time. Just couldn't work into the back wall or go for the 50. And Nix is gonna put this one in the side for a 2-0 lead right now in game number 3. But Shorzo gonna work this one to the sidewall. Gets the reset. Not able to use it in time. Held on to it. Ball gonna put this one right back down the sideline. Goes for the bump on Swiss. Next gonna look for the clear off the back wall. It's a really good send out. Shorzo though able to read this one off the sidewall, but here comes Swiss, gonna pop this one out, gets a good touch, gonna follow this one through. Butters able to get a good 50, just gonna hold on to the boost for now. Shorzo gonna go ahead and get the reset one more time. Actually feeds that one out middle, no one there to take advantage. I think that might have caught Swiss off guard because I think he was thinking it was gonna be a little bit more shallow. Or the potential there was he was hoping to get it out a little bit further, but right now Shorzo gonna feed this one back to the corner, gonna get a double touch. A little bit of miscommunication there. Ball gonna try and float in front of this one, gets a good 50. Nick's gonna pop this one up and over 1. Nick's gonna have to stay in front of it. Gonna work it past Swiss. Getting it past 2, but no one's there. Butters, I think, was playing third man, even though Ball was all the way back. Butters gonna knock this one out middle. It actually takes his time though, and that's gonna result in a block. A little bit too much time taken to get that one center. Could that goal opportunity have been what seals this game? We're gonna have to find out here in a second. Right now, Ball gonna knock this one out. Nick's gonna try and pop it out over Swiss. Swiss trying to stay in front of it. Neil gonna pop this one out. Currently, it's gonna be a 3v1 situation. Butters back by himself. Gonna have to jump. Someone's gotta jump. And I think that was a late reaction from Butters, and that left Nix in a bit of a pickle. He had to jump up last second to try and get a block on it. And right now it's all Neil gonna get a shot on. Butters gonna try and feed this one to the back wall. Does at least get a touch. It's gonna feed out. Baldingler now gonna have full control over this one. Gets it over 1. Looks for the follow from Butters and or Nix. And no one's there. Butters with a mistouch though. It leaves it open for a second. Swiss was there for the follow. The full boost is taken by Swiss. Baldingler gonna try and work this one over. Not able to get the pop up. Chud definitely. Or Chad. I'm so sorry. I thought you were one of the people that were kind of with the times. I don't know what that means, but Chad putting in as Butters might be slacking right now. Butters is gonna have to step this up a little bit though, but it's not gonna matter. It's gonna be a 50 from Nix, who's gonna put this one in. Butters tries to work that one along the sidewall, leaves it open. Nix goes in for the 50, and it's gonna go off the top of the car, and that's gonna seal in game. Butters, he has the potential, but it's almost like he hesitates just a little bit, and I think that's what's gonna cause a little bit of miscommunication issues that we've seen so far. But Butters has definitely had his moments, and currently right now, Shorzo is gonna leave it open. As I was talking about that, he gets demoed, I think, in the side. No, he just gets it worked over. Shorzo was there for the follow. Neil puts a pass, and Shorzo able to put it in the net for just a 1-goal deficit now. This is huge, because if they're able to get 2 goals back, this is going to be a 3-0 series. But if Blue is able to hold on, they're going to extend out their chances by 1 more game. Butters gets 50 on the back end right there, just not able to get up in front, not able to put himself in front. Ball tries to just put a block on Swiss, who's now going to work this one to in front of the net. Shorzo with full control, gets a double touch off the side, works into the back wall once again. Ball going to try and just push through on this one. Gets it past 1, gets past Neil. Butters actually gets the demo middle. It's right now a 1-person game, and Neil comes in for the demo once again, has to alleviate the pressure somehow, some way. Nix goes up for the touch, but misreads it. Was too low boost. Butters 50s this out, but it goes right back to Neil. Currently, Balding, we're gonna stick with this one. Almost gets back to it in time. Now Nick's gonna put the shot on. Shorzo there for the block, but right now he is boost starved. Butters pops it down to Nix, who's gonna pop it up to the corner. No one there for the follow. Swift works it past Butters, but he's gonna try and put it past Nix. Nix is gonna put this one to the sidewall, but Balding, we're gonna get an interception there, puts it back to the sidewall. Shorzo trying to just work this one back around for his team. Currently, Balding are gonna 50 this one out middle. Not sure if anyone's there for the follow. Shorzo puts a block on it, trying to seal it to where it keeps it up. Twist, if he can get back to it, can keep it up. Twist with a double touch, not gonna happen. Twist tries to get the double touch off the sidewall, or tries to skim it middle, and that's gonna be one game in, or one game back for Blue. Currently 2-1. We're going into game number 4. Now, last series, once again, we did see a 3-1 series. Granted, that was a little bit closer, but right now we're kind of noticing a little bit of a different gameplay style from Blue, who's kind of challenging and taking it to the orange team. But right now, Shorzo and Swiss definitely started off game number 3 hot. Tough medium, but we're able to finish it strong. Right now, you're looking and hoping for a good game number 4, and right now it's starting off pretty well. They got the demo middle. Got another demo there, trying to alleviate pressure, trying to take out defenders. It is open for a second, but it looks like they all retreated back. Could have been a low boost or just trying to get positioned correctly. Right now, Nick's gonna work this one up to the sidewall. Swiss there to intercept it. It is gonna be potentially on target, but Baldingler is there. Able to get a 50 on it, works it back up to the sidewall. Gonna get demoed there from Shorzo though. Oh, but it is a 50 from Nix, who does go middle. I thought that was a little bit more shallow. Butters had the opportunity to go for it, but here comes Swiss with a shot. It's gonna go off the crossbar. Here comes Neil for the undertouch, and Neil is gonna strike game number 4, and that's gonna be goal number 1 with the follow through from Neil. Able to slot that one in the bottom right, works it past, works it under 2 defenders. Right now, Baldingler with an insane 50, gonna try and work it back out middle, but no boost is not gonna prevail. Not able to work it out. Butters now gonna knock this one down to Nix, who goes for the shot, fakes the touch. Twist now has control of this one on the sidewall. Takes the delayed reaction. Almost puts it past to Shorzo, now at full boost. Has the option for the aerial control, gets the reset. Trying to get in front of it, gonna flip out now. Here comes Neil once again for the slot. That is a crazy thing to say, Clebo. I got so distracted. Anyways, for those watching, you can look at the chat and you can see it for yourself. I hope chat goes back with these. But Butters able to follow up, get the touch in, but once again putting it bottom right, evens out the scoreboard 1-1. Nick's gonna put this one to the corner. It looks like Neil is trying to go for the boost steal. It is gonna go down middle, but Shorzo with the follow. They thought he was out, but in reality he was always in. Able to follow that one off the back wall. Puts it down and able to slot that one in for another goal to put Orange up 1. Currently, Butters now gonna have to try and work the defensive end. Gonna have to get a touch here. Neil right now waiting. Butters, a little bit of confusion. Currently a little bit of a double command. A lot of jumbling up in that corner right now. It might not even matter because here comes Shorzo. Once again, just finding the opportunity. It presents itself there for a second, and he's going to come through and score to level it out again, making it 3-1. Currently 2 for Shorzo, 1 for Neil, and Blue has 2 goals to make up in 3 minutes. And right now, Swiss puts it over 1, puts it over 2. Not able to get it over 2. Balding were able to get the reach on it. Not able to get the reach on that one. Unfortunately, he's going to flip past it just in time. Swiss going to knock this one down. Here comes Shorzo for the touch. He's going to pocket it. Oh, it is open though. Here comes Nix. But Swiss is back already. We didn't even see Swiss go through the background. Able to get back in time already on the back one, waiting for a shot. But no one's there this time, as I make a mention of it. I don't know if that was commentator's curse or just thinking that someone was there. But Baldinger goes through unchallenged. Baldangler, indeed. Gonna score 1 more for Blue. And another mystery from Butters, just kind of trying to get in front of it. Oh, but here comes Nix. Go for the double touch. Do it! Yes! What a shot from Nyx! I saw it happening. I was hoping it would happen. Pass down from Balding. We're going to put it to Nyx. Nyx with the touch off to backward with a double. Not gonna lie, that's kind of nasty. It might be basic to a lot of people, but that is nasty for me. Nyx now going to pop this one up. Gonna work it down, trying to get in front of it. Out of boost. Gonna try and get a bump on Swiss. Here comes Neil. Gonna follow through. Does that boost still. Pops it off the back corner, but that is a crazy pop-up. But Swiss is able to get into it in time. Right now, Shorzo gonna come through, trying to get a touch on it. Butters not able to read it in time. Right now, Balding, we're gonna put this one around the sidewall. Neil pops this one out middle. Nick gonna get to it just in time. Butters does get demoed in the backfield. Here comes Balding, we're gonna put this one downfield. Here comes Nyx trying to go for the bump on Swiss. Not able to make contact though. Nyx now boost our, so is Balding, where this is a bit of a situation where Butters is gonna have to really work it down the field for his team. And he's gonna go unchallenged, it looks like. I mean, they were just kind of parting the Red Seas for a second. Balding, we're now gonna pop this one up to the back wall. Swiss, now with low boost, gonna have to try and work this one out. Nyx gonna put it at the back wall. Balding, we're gonna have to try and get a read on it. Not able to in time. Butters puts one to the sidewall. Gonna work it down. Get a touch. Shorzo now with full boost. Gonna pop this one out. Butters there for the block. Ooh. Nyx had an opportunity there, but not able to get to it in time. Nyx once again almost gets the cut. Does get the shot on, but is gonna be stopped. Balding, we're gonna pop this one out off the hood of Swiss. Bad Neil rotating back, low on boost. Shorzo gonna have full boost to work this one around Nyx. Nyx gonna 50 this one out though. Swiss with full boost gonna work this one around wall now. Double commit from Butters and Baldingler. Baldingler with the potential read. Looks like he fakes it. Nyx tries to get a touch on it. Butters almost able to slot that. Was a little bit too high. I don't think he had the boost for it. Butters now gonna put this one down. Neil with a shot. It's going to the corner. And he catches him flat-footed. Nyx not able to react in time. And once again, Neil coming through clutch for Orange. And Blue now has to make up a goal in about 36 seconds. It's going to be a lot of work. Baldingler gets it past one. Going for the 50 back down. Misses it. Nyx going to put this one back to the sidewall. Pops it out. Butters not going to get there in time. Was just kind of patiently waiting in the backfield. Right now, Nyx going to put this one back over. He's going to go for the boost. Actually going to follow this one all the way down. Twist gets the redirect. Butters going to have to get a touch. Gets it over one. Shorzo now with a touch. Baldingler got to read this one off the sidewall. 10 seconds left. Baldingler going to have to work this one down. Goes for the demo. Nyx not able to work anything around it. And that's going to be a miss from Butters. And that's going to be one for the road for Swiss. And that's going to be game, set, and match. Orange is going to take this one with a 3-1 series. They definitely tried their best, but unfortunately, it's going to end in vain. A good try from Blue, but no one can put a stop to Shorzo, Swiss, and Neil in that last game. And Butters, you know, he could be having an off day. He could be definitely having an off day. Some days you turn on the game, you try it a few times, and sometimes it's just better to turn it off. But granted, it could always flip in a switch. You could go from one bad game to actually popping off in the next. And that is the way of Rocket League. And that is the end of that series. If another series is live, we'll try and cover that one as well. We try to aim for about 1 hour and 30 for those that are just joining us. Appreciate Chad and believe you all hanging out and being active in the chat. So we're going to look and see if we got one more series going live. If not, this might be it for the day, but we'll find out here in just a second. All right, we are definitely going to be covering this next one. So, for this next matchup, we are going to be looking at, once again, we're going to have Baldingler that's going to be in the queue. So, someone that is definitely mechanical.
We are going to have T-Bit, who is a rank C player. Unfortunately, fell out yesterday. He's currently working his way back up. I'm pretty certain he is at his rank out or pre-rank out queue. He is definitely one not to count out. Then we have Dan, Zai, who are going to be brand new to this rotation. Same thing with T-Bit. So we're going to have 3 new people. We're going to have 3 returning for this lobby for 9091. So right now, the people that we just saw, they beat me to the queue. Yeah. I think that's crazy because you hit IQ Inception. You were already in there and the game just said, no, you're not going to get put in. But you are going to be able to witness a pretty spectacular series. This could easily be a Game 5 or a 3-0 series, depending on who gets on whose team. So, I'm definitely going to say, if captains turn out to be T-Bit and Baldinger, that would be definitely unfortunate. Because that's probably, well, that actually would probably be better. Can we get more Shorzo action? Unfortunately, he is not in this queue. He actually just said, I'm not queuing anymore. He has called it quits after that game. He said, I'll take my 2 wins and probably go eat dinner. That's a crazy thing to say. I kind of know what that means, but we just roll with it. But for this next series, if T-Bit, Baldinger, and I'm going to say Nate, if all 3 of those get put on to the same team, it will be actually insane. Inception, was he muted the whole time during the game? Or are you talking about Butters? Because some of y'all's names don't match up to what it actually is. I mean, to be fair though, Shorzo was working it. He might have been muted, but he was definitely listening and working in and out of the plays. I mean, to be fair, I want to say, oh my goodness. Bisk, I want to say is what his name is. I could be also just completely butchering that. I know he played yesterday or Sunday. Dude is completely muted the whole time, but was just able to follow everyone's rotation like it was nothing. Sometimes if you're able to just follow where everyone's at and kind of have that game sense, you can be cracked. I'm definitely not one of those. I struggle some days. But official teams for the final series and final stream series of the day is going to be Dan, T-Bit, and Triple versus Nate, Javash, and Baldingler. You're stuck in silver. Please, I know you're definitely a diamond player. Actually, no, because how... No. How did you find this by chance? If it wasn't through their chat. Hold on. There's no shot you actually clicked on this. Oh, Shores have sent that. Okay, cool. I'm glad that it's getting spread. But they are currently going to get lobby set up here in just a second. We're going to get dragged in from Baldingler. He said, okay. I mean, that's a definite way to say it, for sure. And he definitely did work him. Do you guys play, like, high school, college, or is that someone that you all just kind of just normally rotate through and you're all, like, kind of like buddies? First 3, though? You were working him. You were being sensational. Apologies, mic came unplugged there for a second. All right, lobby is up. Butters is hot pancake. I was definitely trying to be a little bit nicer about that one, but Butters was struggling a little bit there. But once again, it could be one of those off days. All right. That's a crazy thing to say, Upleave. It's wrong base message. Now you're chill. You can definitely call me out. That's okay. Yes. All these will be uploaded and saved as VODs later, and they will also be uploaded to YouTube, so at any point you can always go back and watch them. But we are currently starting off the series with a pretty offensive push already from Orange. Currently Balding, we're going to try and follow up Nyx. Bad. I'm just going to call him Yep. Way easier to say. There's T-Bit, aka user 79816. Balding, we're able to pop this one back out, catches T-Bit off guard, and then Nyx coming in for the touch. JBL trying to follow in. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, Inception. Have a wonderful evening. Right now, T-Bit's going to get a 50 off to the middle. Danny going to try and pop this one up and over. Nyx going to go for the 50. Danny boy going to put this one all the way up to the corner. JBL going to put this one out for T-Bit, but yep, going to put this one up. Tries to flick this one up and over. T-Bit able to get the read. It ends up getting Dimmed in the process. Nyx going to take his time to work this one up the sidewall, but JB going to put this one downfield. Tries to work it. Danny already on the backboard trying to knock Nyx out of the way. T-Bit going to get a 50 out to the middle. First going to pop this one up and over. Nyx going to 50 this one out to the middle. Going to be a shot on target. Yep, going to try and put this one on target. It's going to be just wide. Going to go to the post. BBL going to put this one down to the side. T-Bit going to take over. This one goes to the backboard. Mystery from Danny. It's going to be a 50 from Baldinger, but he does have low boost. He's going to see what he can to work it around, and Danny's going to 50 this one all the way out to the midfield and put him on the defense. Going to be a missed touch from Nyx right there. Yep, going to put this one up and over. Danny now going to look for the touch. Toss this one out. Not able to get any control on top of it. Right now, Danny going to put this one back to the side. Baldinger put a shot on net. Almost an insane save. They tried to reach for it. JB tries to get a reach on it. Not able to get a hand on it in time. Almost up and over. You hear the crossbar tap, but isn't able to knock that one out, unfortunately. Now it's going to be Nyx taking on Danny on the kickoff. Nyx going to follow this one down. It's going to be T-Bit that's going to try and fit this one out, but Yep able to intercept, pitches it all the way back down the sideline. Baldinger goes for the 50, able to just get a piece on it. It is open for JB for a second. A little bit of miscommunication. They're actually jumping on top of one another. Yeah, of course, please. Have a good one, and thanks for tuning in, man. And thanks for chatting. Now we're going to return back to the action. Yep, going to try and get a 50 out. Danny actually with an insane 50, puts it back over. Baldinger going to try and bump him out of the way. Currently just sitting with him on the sidewall. Right now, JB going to try and put this one up and over. Going to try and just 50 it back out. Danny now there for the touch. Able to get a touch on it. It's going to work it up to the side. Nyx going to pop this one back over. T-Bit going to have to try and be methodical with this one. Has to stay in front of it. It is open for a second. But no boost is going to not allow this goal to take place. No boost on the defensive end, and that's going to just alleviate the pressure that they had. They had an opening, but no one able to capitalize. JB now going to work this one along the sidewall. Danny there for the potential redirect. Going to put it off to the corner. Actually goes for the back wall. Baldinger able to intercept this one. Nyx goes up for the touch. Baldinger pitches this one down to the ground. JB passes it up to T-Bit, though. T-Bit's popping it back out to Danny. He's going to try and get a shot off, but gets 50'd. Actually had a 2-for-1 special right there. Almost gets past 2. Right now, Baldinger having to work this one off the back wall. T-Bit jumps back up, tries to put the pressure back on. Danny now trying to wait patiently, but Nyx is going to knock this one over. Gurr puts this one up and over.
Man. Oh, Yep almost puts it back middle. He saw the opening for a moment, but Danny able to jump in the way. Nix puts the shot on target. Baldinger is going to make a reach for it, but it goes off the side post. And it's not going to go in for the goal. It's going to be rejected from the side post. Danny tries to redirect this one around. JB pops it up and over one. But T-Bit not able to get up in time, and that's going to be goal number 3. Right now, Orange is currently just putting a butt whooping to Blue. Currently, T-Bit just trying to do what he can on the back wall, but right now, Gur gonna try and make a good 50. Baldinger, aka Gur, able to work it down. Nix now gonna try and work this middle. 50 from Baldinger is gonna be insane, and a good demo from Nix gonna leave the pressure open. Takes out 2 of the defensive end. Danny gets bumped. Baldinger gonna try and take a shot on, but JB pushes through Nix just with raw power and emotion. Just says, get out of the way. Right now, T-Bit gonna knock this one down. Nix pops it back up and over. Yep, not able to get to it up in time, but look at Nix just gonna throw himself in, get a 50 off the top of the car. Danny trying to take a hold of the boost, trying to savor it. Doesn't want to use all of it. T-Bit goes for the flip out. It's not gonna work, but Yep actually puts it up to the post. It is open for Danny for a second, but he's gonna flick it. He has to go in the corner. It's gonna go at the post. Is it gonna follow? T-Bit goes for the shot. It's gonna get put back over, and Danny finally puts this one back in the net. Danny unfortunately gets hit by the crossbar. T-Bit puts it all back on the sidewall, wins the pass, Yep, and Baldinger not able to floatate out to it in time, and Danny puts it in the net for Blue to at least get a goal back. Basically turning the blowout to at least a 3-1 victory, and it's almost in for another goal on the kickoff. I thought no one was back for a second, but luckily T-Bit able to get a reach on it. Gets it back around. Danny gonna pop this one back up and over. Works it over 1, works it over 2. No one's gonna be there to follow, unfortunately. Baldinger pops this one up and out and over. He's gonna float with this one, gets the reset, and it's gonna settle down. And that's gonna be game number 1. Going to Orange. Right now, Nix, Baldinger, and Yep currently working the lines right now. Looks like a switch out for JB, and it's going to be a swap out for T-Bit. Going to be moving over to a different car. Might have not been feeling the octane as much. Currently waiting on Yep to get back in on the lobby. There he is. We're good to go. All right, we're going to be moving on straight into the next one. With how this is set up, it puts everybody back in automatically, so we don't even have to wait. Going into game number 2 of the day, or game number 2 of Series 3 of the day. Right now, Yep, gonna try and work this one up and over. Actually switches to the Merc. Very confident in the behavior. Right now, Baldinger says the power of the Merc will work for you. Danny pops this one back out middle. T-Bit there for the shot, and that's gonna get punished immediately. Danny there for the 50, puts it back out off the sidewall, and look at T-Bit. I mean, he's running in last second and able to slot this one right past the front of both Baldinger and Nix. Able to get a goal up, number 1 for Blue. JB gonna try and follow this one, tries to 50 it down, jumped up a little bit too soon. Danny with an insane pre-flip out, works it down. It's gonna go falling down. T-Bit goes for the 50, but Baldinger able to just get a touch on it. And right now, Danny gonna try and work his way back. User, aka T-Bit, gonna work this one along the sidewall. Actually gets the supportive touch there from JB. But Baldinger gonna pop this one right back over, gonna pass it back. Danny pops this one up and over, gonna get another touch on it, but Yep, almost able to get a 50 into the net. But what an insane redirect there from JB, gonna put it downfield. Baldinger gonna clear this one all the way back. Yep, there for the skim. Is he gonna get a double? No. But Danny's going to skim this one back as well. They're currently just passing it back and forth from side to side, angle to angle. Danny goes up for the 50 the first time, not able to get in front of it. Right now, Baldinger has full control. Going to pop this one out and over middle. And JB with an insane goal line 50. Able to keep that one out in time. Danny going to work this one right back down the sidewall, but Baldinger already there for the receiver. JB going to pop this one back out, but not going to get it past Yep.
Yep, gonna follow this with the Merc. Actually gonna 50 this one out in time. Next goes for the shot. Just couldn't get it out in time. Balding, we're gonna 50 this one out. Or try and pop this one out, I should say, and flip out to it. Not able to make any contact though. Danny gonna work this one along the sidewall. Currently, T-Bit gonna try and get this one out. Oh, the redirect there from Baldinger would have been insane. Tries to knock it off the backside of the car. JB pops this one out middle. Here comes T-Bit. He's gonna take his time, gonna try and put it underneath. But Nick's able to stay flat, composed, and stationary. Just like a rock, not able to move in time, or not even gonna work it past. Right now, Nick's trying to just be awkward. Here comes Balding, we're gonna pass this one out to the middle. Nick's jumping up for the 50, gonna try and get it past one. T-Bit not able to make full contact with it. Danny, way dashes down, tries to get to it in time, but what a demo from Yep, double demo from Yep. We got a serial demoer out here. Put him on the list to watch out for. And right now he's gonna pre-flip out, almost gets it to where it works into the middle. Nick's gonna pass this one back. Ball Dingler is gonna get 50'd out by Danny. T-Bit passes it up to Danny. Danny with a shot, but Danny just a little bit too far back for it. Not able to get any contact. Tries to flip out to it at the last second. Right now Danny gonna try and work this one once again right back across. Ball Dingler gonna knock this one down, gets a good skim. Gonna be a double commit there. T-Bit and JB jive for it, but what a pass from him. Gonna put it down. It's gonna go to the T-Bit. Who's gonna slot it? Oh, it just goes too high, but here comes Danny, and he doesn't find the crossbar, and Danny's gonna find the net. JB passes it up, and then you see T-Bit coming in with a full head of steam, has to try and shoot it over one. It goes to the crossbar, but Danny able to get the follow. It's actually gonna be a fake there. JB now has full control in his hands. Pop it over one. No way, and Danny's gonna slot this one in for goal number 3. 2 goals for Danny. The kickoff strat. Both of them fake. JB pops it over both, and Danny with the follow puts it underneath the crossbar. And that's going to be a 3-0 lead right now for Blue. But we did just see this exact same score pattern in the previous game. So look for one to come from Orange in this last minute 40. Danny going to put this one up to the sidewall. Going to put it all the way to the back. Yep, once again going to challenge this one. Here comes JB. Oh, and Danny's gonna just miss. He comes through with a full head of steam and just works it past it. Danny was looking for that. Oh, he might get it still. No! I was gonna say he's looking for the three-peat. He was looking for the hat trick, but not able to get one. Nick's gonna push this one over one, almost over 2. Danny with the follow. Gonna get a crazy pinch. It's gonna be too high though. An insane Cooksha pinch from Danny. Works it all the way to the back line. User, T-Bit gets the shot on. JB with a follow. Unfortunately, is gonna baby hit that one. Just socked it with the softest punch imaginable. Danny gonna try and work this one back over. Yep, gonna try and get another touch here. Actually goes for the boost. Might be going for the demo. Goes for the bump instead. Ball Dingler able to get there in time. Oh, it's gonna be a shot on. It's a little bit too high. Danny with the follow, and Danny, here's the hat trick. And game number 2, it is the hat trick for Danny. We definitely put some emphasis in that one. Had to for the dramatic flair. Now Danny with the follow, gonna get a good kick off center. Baldingler gonna follow this one down. Baldingler goes for the follow, goes for the bump on JB. It looked like he was gonna try and remain flat-footed. Danny gonna try and work this one downfield. Danny does make it there in time. T-Bit tries to get there and get the shot. It's a little bit too late. Yep, puts it up and over one. Nix is there for a second. And it looks like Baldingler has disconnected. But yep, is gonna take a goal. And we are looking to go into game number 3. Tied 1-1. Currently looking to see if he is Back in. Might have DC'd here. We were paired up with Ball Dangler. Unfortunately, it looks like he has hit a bit of a situation here where we might have just ended up crashing out. A little bit of a game malfunction. Gonna check to see if he can get back in here. Currently gonna find out if Ball Dangler is gonna make it back or not. Looks like he is in voice. Could be looking at him joining back here in just a second. Gonna double check and make sure parties are still the same. Currently is sitting in team number 2. Still awaiting to see if we will be getting a response out of Ball Dangler. Currently is still frozen on it saying private match. Apologies for the pause in action. Currently, we are looking at a potential FF here, unfortunately. Might have to get a sub here in a second. I'm gonna check to see if Inception is gonna be able to take over the substitution spot, or if I am about to just go in cold as can be. Alright. Well, y'all are about to get a player POV for the rest of the series. So I hope you enjoy the comms are about to come. And we'll figure it out from there. Alright. Hello. Where's Nate? There he is. Alright. How's it going? We're gonna
So
turn.
is Jabach subbing?
No, it's me. Alright. What team were you guys on?
Team 2?
So, were you orange? Alright. I'm gonna do my best. Yeah. Pete. All you. I'll grab boost. You got time. All you. Get another touch. Right? Danny is gonna get a touch. Oh! You're good. Oh, you're good, dude. Oh my god. Hold on. Controller. Help! Dude, my controller. I literally, like, panic plugged in my controller and the cord just fell out. It's still not plugged back in, dude. Are you shitting me? Here we go. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good. Cool. Try to get up in time. Go. Oh, yeah. I'm down. Go. Dude. It's not going well. I'm back. In case he tries to pop that out. Force the 50 from Danny. Helping Danny. I'll field if you can. Get over one more. 50 middle. Watch him coming back. Danny's up. Another boost. You're good. I tried to get it out. I get past you. They're blocking it. I'll back up. Get our boost if you need it. I went back. Got Josh. Yep. You're good. Now you're chilling. I did just kind of come in. Actually, out of nowhere. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I should have at least said I was coming in like a maniac. I'll cheat. That was peak. Only thing is just try not to use a slur. I don't care if you cuss. I'm pretty certain that I have the desktop audio on. This middle for a second. Next is all you. I know you want to double that. Over to you, Nix. Gonna double commit. They are boost starved though. I took literally all the boosts on the right side, so they are currently starved. And he doesn't get. You got it, you got it. You want a challenge? No, you got it. I see. Good challenge. No, you're good, you're good, you're good. It's fine, I'm here. Over to you. Oh. Touch back to you. It's a little awkward. Don't worry, I was running lines. I was the lineman on the body block. All right, you know what you should do for the really funny is fake it. I'm taking a boost. I killed Danny. I killed 2. I'm running in. Want them? You cut that. I know you want to. I want Danny again. Nope. D-Bit's got it. They doubled. Good. I saw Livers. Wait on touch the side. Bounce to you. Looking for clear from Danny. You can just challenge him. I know you want to. I can't. I tried to get a shot on. I wanted it. I wanted it for myself! Yeah, we're good. Yo, I was touching people. Wait. 3-2. It didn't help that I let 2 in because I couldn't get my controller. My fault. I definitely trolled at least 2 of those by just not having a controller plugged in all the way. Has it really been that badly botted? Fair. That's all I got. Picking up meds. It's the backward. You got no one challenging at the moment. Danny's coming. Bump. Yo, he bodied the shit out of me. Watch this. He grabs me and throws me back. He didn't even ask. I'll go left.
fault. I'll play third. He's kind of on the left side here. Middle. Look at the time! I peaked at 12 today. It was crazy. I was just like, I don't know why you're all here. How did you find this? It's cool. Oh! Oh shit. Hold on. Dude, they're just touching me right now. I'm just getting fed to the corner. I'm not even driving. Danny's gonna pinch this. I'm gonna have full trust in y'all clearing this out. Never mind, I saw the boost. Hopefully that got y'all some time. I want the boost, please. Thank you. I'm definitely not there for that. That's a lot of people up. I'll take some time. I got 50'd. I was definitely wanting the demo there. Don't let him do it to you. Down to you. Do it to him. Do it to him. You're gonna like that. Oh, I'm up. Oh, I made a fake. Trust, it was a fake. No whip, just fake. I bumped him out of the way. You got time. Up. I've been demoing him. Made him both jump. Like that. Money! 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 Bang! Oh, that's off. Oh, that's on no. That's on no. That's on no. Thanks. I made them all jump, making it think it was on target. I was that good. Back right. It's on your head. Never mind. It's just, they read me. Nope. I'm just faking. 100%. Got a modest player over here. I hope. Oh, hello. No! No, it's my bad. I think I had to dive over you. It didn't matter anyways. We're good. I got walked. Next side. We're going. Backward? Come on. Yep, it is. Good. You're good to go. Down to you. 1v2 right now. Just hit it around. No! Not a demo at the moment. 1v1. 1v1. Knocked out. It's on target for a second. Hell yeah. Bang! Bump them. You got plenty of time. Don't worry, we're cool, calm, and collected. Nope. Oh, I 50 them though. Can meet him. Cut it, Nix. Being in front. Picking up pads right now. Still picking up some pads at the moment. Oh, you're good. They doubled. Over to you. Thank you. Chad, the sub came in. Wham! Of course. Glad I could come through clutch.
Dude, unironically, bro, why were you going crazy with that thing?
I'm telling you, no, if Ball Dingle tells you the Merc is yours, you just gotta listen. That's all I'm gonna say. If he tells you it's a Merc day, you just gotta trust it's a Merc day.
That was straight up.
Bro,
I
he's
was like,
always in a
you
merc,
give
bro.
me hope. He's always in a merc.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always in a merc.
He moves like no one else that I know in a Merc. Like, he makes it look effortless, and I feel like I weigh 8 tons in that thing. And then some days I feel light as a feather. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually getting more mechs with the merc than I am with Finnick and Octane right now.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
It's the
No,
power.
I swear, bro. I'm like washed as fuck, and the merc just actually made me feel good.
You just
What
gotta
rank are
stick
you
with it.
at?
100%.
Me?
Yeah.
17, 15.
Jeez, bro. 17, 15 only?
Yeah, for real.
Wow. I'm only 1680, but I thought I was expecting to be a lot higher.
Nope.
It's crazy, like the skill range in rank D, bro. Some people saying like they're like peak 1800 in here.
Oh yeah, for real. I mean, some of them are crazy. I just don't play threes.
Yeah.
I can atone to that.
Should I queue again?
I mean, you are kind of feeling yourself. You should definitely do it.
No, I'm a fat shot. I already did.
He knew. The power of the Merc just called out to him, said he could do it again. But you all have a good night. It was fun playing, and good luck in your next series.
You too, bro.
You
Thanks for
gonna stream
thanks
that
for the
one?
lightning sub, bro. Thanks for the lightning sub.
Nah, I'm done for the day. I try to stay around that hour 32 hour max.
So that.
Understandable.
I don't want to overindulge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feel that.
But have a good one.
You too, brother.
Have a good one, bro.
And that being said as well, we're going to flash back to the main screen, and that is going to be all for today's series. We're wrapping up at about 2 hour mark. That last series was crazy. I'm not even going to lie. I'm glad that I could sub and get the W for Ball. Ball is the all-knowing knowledge man, for sure. He kind of helped me rise out of rank D to rank C, and unfortunately I fell back down, so might have to go to school with him a few more times. But unfortunate for him, he had a Wi-Fi issue, knocked him out. But Nate, Javash, or J Cash, well, it was really fun playing with him. We were able to come out with a 3-1 victory, able to lock in and take it home. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is our highest peak that we had so far on one of these. I gotta thank a lot of people for joining. I know it was for one particular individual. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name at the moment, and it's probably awful. Shorzo, that's it. Shorzo. It's cool seeing some of his fans come in here, hang out, chat. And once again, thank you again for tuning in, and we hope to see you all Thursday. We'll be off tomorrow, but we'll be right back at it for Thursday for another 3 set of 6 mans. Anyways, have a good one.